Mm. Hello. Hey, Facebook. Welcome to Collaborate to Win Product Knowledge on Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Welcome. So, today I have a new company that I just signed up. I want to tell you about them because I'm pretty excited. And it's a beautiful upholstery company. And I have some fabrics to show you and their book. So let's dive in. So the company is called Massoud. I have heard of them before, but I never really went in there because I had my other go-to upholstery companies. So this past market, I got to visit the showroom and sit on all of the Massoud upholstery because that's all they do is upholstery. They do a beautiful job of it, by the way. So this High Point, I went and checked it all out, and I was really impressed. I was impressed because every piece sat really super comfortable, and I felt like, between this sofa and that chair and, just going around and sitting on every single piece, when every single piece hits you the right way, it's tilted back nice, the materials, everything feels really solid and comfortable, then that to me becomes the no-brainer where if the client says, but I haven't sat on it, well, I can say, I know that it's going to be comfortable because I know this line well enough to say that. And sometimes that's harder to do, but this is one company where I feel like I can sell it without ever having someone sit on it. I call that selling blind, because the client doesn't sit on it, but because I have sat on enough of the product and felt completely comfortable in sitting on all of them, that I feel confident enough to say, this is now a go-to line for upholstery. So I will show you some of the really cool things that they offer and tell you a little bit about the company. So Massoud is based out of, and they've been around in business for over 50 years. They're made in America in Texas. So my sales rep, who's a great guy, says that they've worked out a freight deal. So it is going to go, I believe Zenith is the one they use. And because they've worked out a deal with them, you're going to get a better price on that freight because it is going to take more, because I'm in New Jersey, from North Carolina to New Jersey is a lot, easier or cheaper probably for that. But I just placed my first order, so I will see what the freight bill compares to other things that I've ordered. And something else about this line, they use hardwood, they use sinuous coil, and so that's the constructions of how it's made. And everything really sat so beautifully. And like I said in my other video that I talked about Southern furniture, the more and more companies are going to that sinuous coil rather than the 8-way hand tied, because I guess a lot of companies started to use the drop-in hand tied. Not I guess it's not called hand tied. It's a whole mechanism that just plops in place, and it's pre-done, and it's not as good. So you might as well do a sinuous coil and get nicer foam and cushion materials. So that's the construction of it. That's where it's made. And we've got Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa, and hi, Julie. Thanks for joining. So that's that part. Now, some of the fun facts that I can share is that I won't out them, but I will say that it is a catalog that shows up in your mailbox that everyone knows they make their upholstery. So that's an interesting fact. And so if your client is flipping through this particular magazine that shows up in everyone's mailbox, chances are it could be made by Massoud, and so you get it direct by going to them. So some of their fun things that I was impressed with, other than just, the quality and the look, the style is like it's pretty, it's different. They've got the sleek, clean line thing, but then if you have the customer that really wants that exaggerated camelback and really fun shapes with like the millions of throw pillows, they do that too. They also cover dining room chairs, office chairs. They have fully upholstered beds. Um, and they just do a lot of really cool details in their styling. Like one of the first things that hit me was their fabrics. Their fabrics are beautiful and really different. So my go-to used to be CR Lane, and that's now changed because of something they did to me personally. But so my new go-to is Massoud, and from looking at what used to be my go-to to what my go-to is now, the fabrics are really beautiful and cool. And I would say probably they have more like high-end fabrics, so that's gonna affect the grade of where you're pricing things. But they offer such cool stuff that I was like, it sells itself. Yeah, it'll be more expensive because it's a higher grade, but it's a wow fabric. It's like, you're walking through the showroom and you stop in your tracks and you just go, wow, that's gorgeous. Let me get my camera. I have to take a picture of this and remember that one. So one of the fabrics, and I have some of the samples. I haven't got my big ring yet because I just placed the first order, but so I will be getting that. And so this is one of the fabrics. It's like a real soft velvet kind of material, and the vibrant colors of this print, it was just stunning. It's like what you see in the magazines, when you go, oh wow, look at that chair. So it's a huge repeat, so it looks fantastic on a chair, and a wing chair, you get that that full repeat without a cushion, breaking things up, so it really looks stunning. Lisa says, thank you. Can you do sectionals on casters? Oh, I don't know. Why would you want to do a sectional on casters? To move it around easier, I guess. That, on a heavy piece, they do custom. Let me answer it that way. They will customize anything, but it needs to be structurally sound. So it might have to have like several more legs in place so that the caster does, so that the frame can handle it, because sectionals are really big. So that's something to ask them for sure. So so this repeat is 27 inches horizontal and 31 vertical. So you've got this amazing fabric. This was another one, and you can't really appreciate it from this because this repeat is like 3 feet by over 3 feet. Really cool, beautiful, stunning birds and cool plants and stuff. So here's this is just a really soft velvet, and there's other colors that you don't see there. They do brocade, iCat, and cut velvets, a little out of the ordinary in the fabrics. I loved this one. This is embroidered. And then they have all the basic stuff too. They've got like, this is a basic chenille. I don't know, you probably can't tell, but it's super soft. It's like one of those throws, it's really, really squishy. Okay, lots of your standardized, everyone is doing this kind of stuff. They had like 100 different performance fabrics, which, is completely practical, so easy to sell it when you can clean it, right? And that's actually what I wound up purchasing. So I'll show you some of their frames. I've tabbed them to make it easier for this. All right. So of course they have all of the, here, let me show you some basics. Okay, so, your typical clean line, standard sofas. tons of that, of course, lots and lots. And then if you want to get a little bit different, these are slightly different in the shapes and styles that you're not really going to see everywhere. Okay, so when I talk details, this the nail heads, that's one of the details that they do, is some really cool customized you know, stuff like that. And they impressed me when I walked in and I saw this cute little, like, super basic little footstool ottoman thing, but they used 3 fabrics on this one little piece, and the way that they combined them and the craftsmanship of the details and things like that, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So they're not afraid to be different and you know, not as safe. You know, not your basic with some more basic on it. You know, they're not afraid of style. Okay, so here's 2, you know, nice typical. Okay, so if you've got the client that wants this kind of look, they do that too. So that's what makes it a really nice go-to. Like, you don't necessarily need to have every company under the sun when this one company has everything that you could need. Tons and tons of sectionals, like we were asking, right? With all of the different pieces that you could want. And lots of different arms, base, leg. They do the build your own. So you can pick your arm, pick the back, pick the base, you know, and everything. And it's a fully customized, here's the pick your own. So lots of great options. Fully customized. So, you know, they have a billion fabrics to choose from, but if you want a COM, they'll do that too. If you say, I want to do that sofa, but I need it 8 inches shorter, or I need it 8 inches longer, they do that. Chairs galore, like everybody has that, you know, that's not so different. But they do a really nice swivel. They've got the chair and a half. Really different, you know, with classic wood frame and fun things. So, okay, so dining room chairs, they got pages and pages of dining room. You know, more wood, less wood, you know, just lots. The office chairs, you know, your typical office style, sometimes that's harder to find. And okay, so price point, they are in the better category for quality and price. So they're not garbage for sure. They're not good. They're better. They're not best. They're in the better. I would compare it to kind of CR Lane in quality and price. I would say Taylor King, Hickory White, Vanguard. Those are all in that middle grade of middle of the road, better quality upholstery lines. And that's all they do, is just upholstery. Let's see what else. This is stunning. Okay, I liked this photo because you can see they do lots of set tees, and check out the leg on this. So they have plenty of these fabrics. I forget what this is called right now, but it's that fluffy wool thing. I don't remember the name. Sheared. I'm probably saying it wrong. And then this really awesome leg that looks like a horse's leg, but in lucite. So, I mean, you don't really see this anywhere else. It's fun. It's different. Okay. Some of the beds they do, fully upholstered. You can just do the headboard if you wanted to, or get it with the side rails. And so one of the categories that they just have a ton of amazing, really unique stuff was the accent ottomans and benches. It's such a small part, but we're all using them. I mean, in almost like every room, right? You put it at the end of the bed in the bedroom. You put one as the coffee table in the living room. You put one near the fireplace so you can go and sit there. And they've got so much style. This is Massoud. Sorry if you didn't catch it from the beginning. Massoud, they're an upholstery line. They're based out of Texas. That's where it's all made. Hardwood frame, sinuous coil, and really, really beautiful high-end fabrics. Oh, and their leathers. I forgot to tell you about their leathers. It's like stop you in your tracks, leathers. And I'm not like a leather girl, but wow, were these spectacular. Some of them are like the hair on hide that have been printed with another pattern and then embossed. And then they've got like an iridescent gold in there too, like all in one leather. It just stunning, really cool, really different.